There we go. What's up, everyone?
You won't believe what we just had to do.
Always sometimes some things go wrong. We just found out there was a minute before the stream, and the webcam wasn't plugged in.
It stopped showing. There was no Josh or Rich on the screen. I'm like, what do we do? And I went and it was red. So I tagged it and it shut off. And I'm like, okay, now that's not even on the list to turn back on. I'm like, Josh, check it. Just see if that's plugged in. He had to crawl under the table where I broke my rib last time and follow the wire back. And sure enough, it was loose. He pushed it in and boom, camera came back on. And we're like, 6:01. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Hurry up, hit the start screen, do this.
So now we're good.
Now we're on there. How you guys doing tonight?
So let me get my chat set up. I'm in doing this stuff.
Wow.
Yeah. Give me just a second here.
We
guys.
just got set up, so I'll go ahead and start with the Tracy update, and you can go do your thing. Tracy's done really well this week. I don't know if you guys remember when she had the COVID, she came back home, and we had to constantly give her like breathing treatments. You take off her air thing, and you put this thing on there, and it has a little pump that pumps through and gives her this medication in liquid form that you put in there. And it opens up the airways. It's like basically one of them bottles that people take, for asthma or whatever. It opens up everything for her and helps her breathe easier. She hasn't needed that forever, but when she came home from COVID, she's been needing it at least once a day. And then she's been off for like a week and a half. She's been doing really well, staying up in the 96 to 98 saturation, doing great on 2.5 liters of air. She's doing great. I'm getting, instead of getting 10-minute sleeps, I'm getting like 25-minute naps between having to take care of Tracy. I'm getting more sleep during the night. She's staying at nighttime a lot better. She's just doing all around better. And then the nurse today, she's like, oh my God, I can't keep her saturation up. She's going down to 89, back up to 91. And I just gave her a breathing treatment. She's freaking out. And she's like, I don't know what else to do. And I start looking and start checking things out and found out that the air line to the oxygen came off of the actual machine that puts it out. I was like, oh, well, I think there's the problem. We put that back on there. She went right back to 96, 97. She's like, I broke a sweat for the last hour taking care of her.
What was that? That Mara?
Yeah, poor Mara. She worked her butt off today. She was just running around here like a little Tasmanian devil. And then she's like, it's so hot in here. You're going to have to turn the heat down. I'm like, Mara, it says it's 70. It's nice and cool in here, It's like, you're working, you're running, calm down. Woosah. So she went in there. She fell right to sleep. Right at 4:00 when I took over, she went in and fell asleep. So I knocked on the door to tell her something, and she didn't answer. I knew she was sleeping. That girl don't wake up when she's sleeping. So, another thing with Tracy is she's done. Oh, just today. I've always asked her to close her eyes. If you want me to kiss you on your forehead, close your eyes. Blah blah blah. And she goes in and out of the coherency, like I've told you. So I might catch her once or twice a day where she listens and closes her eyes, but I can't do it in front of the doctor. Well, today I was like, Mara, come here, because she was in the bathroom, and I did it because she just did it once for me. She did it 2 times in front of Tracy, and she had her eyes open, and I'm like, honey, close your eyes, show Mara, and she went and she closed her eyes, and she kept them closed until I told them to open it. And I'm like, oh my God, that's so great. That's so great, honey. I'm so proud of you. You're doing so well. And then I was like, I hate to ask you, but can you do it again right in front of Mara because she needs to watch. And she did it a second time. So now the nurse has seen her do it for me, 2 times in a row. And that's what the doctor needs to see. Problem is I can't have the doctor on the phone when she's in coherency. So whenever Tracy has to do this and do it enough to where we're used to it and she does it all the time, when the doctor calls, she's able to do it. So, but it's another step closer because now I've got other people actually seeing her do it. And I mean, it was plain as day. She had her eyes open and she's looking around. And then when I asked her, she just closed them. And that was it. She kept them closed till I told her to open them. I was like, you're there, baby. Hi. I started telling her all kinds of things. And so that was 3 times today that she did that on command. So we're getting closer. We're getting closer. just let her keep on, healing and we'll keep on taking care of her body,
Awesome.
Yeah, yeah. I can't wait till I can tell her, do the dishes, get the laundry. If she would wake up, I would keep doing this stuff just to have her awake, As a matter of fact, just to help me out, I named Joshy got me a robotic vacuum for Christmas. I named it Tracy, and it's hooked up to the Alexa. So I just got to say, Alexa, or I'm sorry, Tracy, sweep the floor, and the thing will turn on, come out, and it'll sweep the floor and call her. So I named it Tracy. It was cool.
Anything else?
I think she's moving more. You guys remember that she was doing the legs thing and all that. Just yesterday, I put her leg down straight, and I'd go to grab a pillow because I need to grab her legs, pick them up to put 2 pillows under her knees. If you ever lay on your back, it kind of hurts to lay there for any length of time unless your legs are propped up. So I put pillows under her knees and let her ankles fall, and then her heels ain't touching the bed at that point. That's the part I care about, so that she don't get no bed sores. So I put her legs straight, and I go to grab the pillow. She takes her legs and puts them back up, all the way up, Josh, all the way to her butt, I'm like, Trey, so I got to grab her feet, and I got to push them back down, and come on, there you go, baby. And I go to grab the pillow, go to lift her up, and she does it again. She's so ornery. It's so funny. I love it. And then, just today, I was able, I think it was yesterday and today, I was able to move my sleeping time from 8:30 until 11:30. And today I actually made it to noon. So I got lots of energy and lots more. I got 3.5 hours sleep yesterday, 4 hours sleep today, on top of the bunch of little 10-minute, 20-minute naps at nighttime. So it's getting to where I can actually become human again and not be crabby and cranky and it's getting easier. And I've got 48 hours open for another nurse. I need to get this nurse in here because it's killing me with all these hours. But I'd have a normal life if I got the other nurse in, and they're willing to pay for 48 more hours. So we need a nurse. So I think that's all we got. She hasn't needed no new. She's over that COVID thing. That's done. The breathing's back to normal. She's back to where she only needs, and she don't need the 2.5 liters. Mara said she was off of it for like an hour today, just because the hose fell off. When she was in the chair, and she was up and breathing. But when she's sleeping, she needs it because she slows down.
Right.
So she needs the oxygen at that point. So yeah, she's doing really well. I'm real happy with her progress. I talk to her all the time, so it's a good update. I mean, not much has happened, but it's still a good update.
All right. So, do I conclude? We're done?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wait. I'm kidding.
I'm just making sure you usually have a list written down so I can go through.
We're rushing. You came in and I was building them lights, and I'm like, oh my God, he's already here. It's time for the show. And we had to put this blanket or this green screen up, and I had to take care of Tracy and change all of her things so I can make her automatic. Where's the light? Can you run over, right by the bed there and grab the light switch for me?
Yeah.
So, we were scurrying to get this up and going. So now that that's over with, we're ready for your fishy questions for the night. And anything you want to know about the rescue or what we're doing or who's hanging out or what? Let me get the questions up here. That wasn't up. There they are. Oh, wow. There's a lot of questions.
All right. There's your remote.
Thank you. Now, anytime Tracy coughs, if I don't hear it, turn this on. Let me know.
Okay.
Or just turn it on.
Before we get started with that, we got a few super chats. We got Richard Macy. Looks like he donated $1. Didn't say anything.
Hi, Richard. Thank you.
Now we got Sue Ann, $10. She said hashtag Team Tracy.
Aw, I love that hashtag movement. Thank you, Sue Ann. I appreciate that.
And of course, we got Ange, $10. Says hashtag Team Tracy. Hashtag OFR Rocks. Cheers to you all and happy Easter.
Aw, thank you. Oh yeah, happy Easter, everybody. Thank you for that. That's awesome. Appreciate that. I love how nice our people are.
Wanted to say something too. When I walked in, my dad said he was working on the light. He's actually working on the salt water tank, the whole lighting contraption, and he came up with something great out of a bunch of nothing. And it's actually a pretty ingenious, good idea. Like he's got this. You'll have a video on it, but pretty cool.
I took a bunch of parts and I hillbilly engineered it together and made it look really professional and nice without buying all the parts. Because see, what's that? I forget the name of the company that makes that arm. Well, they have a part that goes this way so that they connect together. And then this will hold that rail system. And then they have rail holders for each light. And then they have the light adapter. So there's $29, $29, $29, $29, $29 for all that. So there's 6 times $30, you know, that's $180. And then it's $59 for the adapter to hook the rail up to the arm. And then all that weight of these lights will be on this one arm on the glass, pulling down. So I figured it would just be better. I went ahead and I made brackets to hold all 3 lights on the rail out of parts I had laying here and stuff I had in the garage. I cut it and, you know, we just got it painted up now. And then I've got wires that go to the ceiling. So it'll be held to the ceiling, attached to this, look professional, and it's going to be nice. It's going to be a nice light system over the saltwater system. But thank you for noticing. I do this stuff all the time, and you never notice, you know. Hey, it's all right. You got the chair working. I worked an hour and a half on that, you know. I had to weld it. I had to do this, but, you know, kids never notice that.
Drinking word.
Drinking word. Let me see. What are we going to talk about mostly tonight? You guys choose. Tell us a word real quick.
I'm going to say drink.
Drink, drink, drink. That'll work. That works for me.
Works for me. All right. Anytime we tell you to drink, you drink. Anytime someone asks about the drinking word, you drink. You drink. There you
Every
go.
time we say the word drink, you drink. Sue Ann says, watching today's Predatory Fins video, and Rod just mentioned Bigrich. Hope he was nice. Oh, it's good to him.
So a little update before you guys ask. The baby update. The pregnancy's still going well. No complications.
Me and her look like twins.
What else? The nursery's going along. I got a video that's going to be coming out soon on the nursery walls and how she's painting up the mural on the wall, and it's coming out. It's starting to look really nice. Like there's starting to be a bunch of color to it.
I wish I could come over and see the place, you know, and just stop in at my son's house. My other 2 sons. I've never been to Richie's house. I've never been to Richard's house. I've been to your house because you're only a mile down the street, and I don't get much time away. Yeah. So they got to be, you know, feeling a certain way about that. You know, they get a house, they want Dad to come and see and approve, you know. I haven't made it out there. So I need to do that. Maybe on one of these long-distance trips when I got a double nurse working back again. Mm-hmm. We can stop in and see Richard, stop in and see Richie. Well, Richie's never home, though, is the problem with him, because I've had time, though, I could go over, but he wasn't home.
Yeah, you missed all the fun today.
What's that?
So I had off work today, so I was cleaning.
You had off work today and you didn't show up here at all.
Had to get stuff done. That whole side lot next to my house. I used your chainsaw and took out probably, I don't know, between 50, upwards of 50, just trees and brush and bushes and stuff.
How's the chain feel? Is it still cutting good?
The chain. So what you forgot about the chainsaw. At the end of last summer, you remember that thing starts like butter, cuts like butter. But what you forgot is you used it to cut all them bridge mats, and they're impregnated with wood, metal.
It cut right through them things. I had no problem cutting them.
That chain was duller than hell.
Did you buy one?
Could not. No, I went over her dad's house, and he sharpened your blade for us.
Really?
Yeah.
He's got a sharpener. Is it automatic?
No, he did it by hand with a file.
Each tooth?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Took him like 5 minutes.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
It cut good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, he showed me a little trick to it, and
So you're gonna file all my chainsaws blades from now on.
sure, why not?
Okay.
But one thing we did not notice was
What?
your bar has a big dent in it, where the chain keeps falling off the bar. So I know we have the bar from the old chainsaw. That's
Is
got
it
to
a
go.
20-inch?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I can replace that.
other than that, so I take it somewhere, cutting them bridge mats, probably make one of them big
setting
metal.
it down and people stacking stuff up. Remember, we found it. Why is this chainsaw here? And there was all kinds of stuff stacked over it. It probably something hit the blade or that bent it sideways. Is it bent sideways?
Nope.
It's a dent into it.
It looks like, yeah, something either hit it and smashed it, and both sides of the rail are bent out like that.
Okay.
Like it was squished.
Well, you can put a piece of metal in there and bend them back straight. Fabricating metal is easy.
You have a new bar from the old chainsaw back there, or I'll buy you a new
Let's
one
go
as a
buy
parting
new.
gift. Well, when it comes to a chain, and
Did you check the oil in it? Because there's oil on one side that don't get mixed with gas. You got to put in mixed gas, and then there's an
bar
oil
and
thing.
chain oil.
Right.
Right.
So when you're on full throttle, it squirts oil on the chain.
Mm-hmm.
Is that working and everything's good?
Mm-hmm.
All right. My new chainsaw rocks.
Yeah. The chainsaw itself is great. The bar and chain needs a little work. But other than that, so use that today and cut down all them trees and
Well, I
brush.
figured since I cut them big bridges up and all that, and we don't have no more trees to cut, it'll be fine. I don't have to buy a new chain. We're just going to cut down one tree here or one tree over there, as it falls or something. We're not cutting, 10, 20 trees down, or at least I was.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what I was doing all morning, and took my car in to get some work done on
You'd have
it.
told me I got up at noon. I could have been over there from noon to 4 helping you.
I didn't know. I thought it was. Oh, it is for Friday. I'm sitting here thinking it's Saturday. You were watching Mom all day. I could have had you carrying trees. What the hell? But yeah, we got that done, and I came over here.
Well, that's good. We're all getting things done. I got them lights done. I got the kitchen cleaned. I got this whole dining room cleaned out, ready for Sunday. Sunday, we're cooking dinner for, Easter. And, we invited everybody we know that don't have family or don't have a place to go and eat. We invited them over. So we'll see how it goes.
All right, let me get this back up. Where are we at? There's where I left off. There we go. Nothing new, so we're all caught up. We're good to go. So this weekend, we usually decide on doing something here. I usually work here on Saturdays.
Yeah. I figure Sunday I'll leave you guys alone, and that way I'll still have Saturdays. Because if I bother you for Sundays, you won't show up at all after that.
So we need to figure out what we're doing on Saturday.
Yes, well, I've got a couple rescues I'm sending Reaper on. I don't know if Hoover will be back by then, but he'll definitely be. I have free food Sunday. He'll be back.
Hoover said he wasn't coming back until Monday.
He told me he'll be here for food.
He told
That's
me,
okay.
He asked me to pick him up on Monday after work because he's got an appointment. So I don't know. Whatever. We'll figure it out like we always do.
Yeah.
What else? Hey, drink. Everyone drink.
That's twice now.
Do you guys think the big platinum red tail cat will live its life in the 2200?
How many times people are in the audience?
For now, yes. What the plans in the future might hold, we don't know. But right now, the 2200 is.
When he gets big enough to eat, like the Oscars or something, we'll have to move him out. And it's right by him. Move him into the big, tank. But we just we like that as our albino tank, platinum tank, whatever it will be, leucistic, whatever you want to call it. So there's many different variants in there, but they're all bright white. So it's a dark tank. We'll keep him in there as long as possible if we need to move it because he is getting dangerous or he's getting too big.
Mm-hmm.
Right now he's what, 34 inches, 33, something like real close to that. He gets up, 36, 38 inches. His mouth's going to get about another half inch wider.
Eric, so Columbus is about an hour and a half away from Strongsville. That's the north side of Columbus. If you're driving through, you'll probably smack dab in the middle. We're probably about an hour and a half. So real close. He said he's coming through Columbus, going to Tennessee.
How would he go through Columbus?
I don't know. I don't ask questions, but that's what he said. He's going through Columbus. I don't know how far we are.
Hour and a half. That's taking 77 south, I think. If he takes 71 south, he can stop in Strongsville first, then go to Columbus.
Well, Columbus is set to 71.
Is it?
Set says 77 is like Marietta,
okay.
East. Where are we at? Oh, he said GPS says that's the best way. Well, I guess the GPS is always right.
It's always right. You know, it made me and Reaper get off in Columbus, do about a mile in, a mile back, and a mile in, and get back on the highway. Me and Reaper are looking at each other like, why did we even listen to her? We're not at our destination. Why did we get off? And we're like, we just trained to listen to the GPS. And it made us go in a big circle and get back on the same exit that we got off and continue south.
That's funny.
I'm like... It was crazy. We have it on video in one of our videos. It did it to us. It was crazy.
Oh, we got Lori Kish, $2. She said, hit that
Hi,
like
Lori.
button. Drink. Hashtag Team Tracy. Here's to you, Lori.
I wonder if she was in Facebook jail. Is she back yet?
I think so. I'm not sure. Hold on real quick.
Scroll down.
Yeah. Okay, let me see.
Wow.
1 second. Keep asking. That's on you. All right. So people are asking about what's the deal with Diesel the dog. That's our dog. We got him about 2 years ago. He lives at my house. Did I mention he's my dog? He used to be here at the rescue, and
just in case.
Oh, you seen someone mention Bruce?
Yeah, and I forgot about him sitting over there, and I'm the only one here, so got to protect myself.
No, it's fun messing with Hoove. But yeah, the dog. He's a min pin. And he's super annoying sometimes, but he's also super adorable. You guys might see him on videos and whatnot. I'll bring him back around now that it's warm out. That's, time up here, and he can be in the videos and have some fun. Speaking of,
I miss Diesel.
Speaking of,
hi Mara.
Hello. We've got old dog runs. I need to know
We
where.
do right here.
Okay, I'm gonna take one of those for Diesel.
Yeah, because Dad's house is like a free store. Just take what you need. I didn't have a say-so on my chainsaw, my dog runs, the furniture, dirt bikes, four-wheelers, whatever you want, just take.
I told you I was using the chainsaw.
Will you guys ever get a Mekong catfish? I would love to.
They're illegal.
Very illegal. Can't do it. We cannot have... We are on... You got to understand, we live our lives on display, on Facebook, on YouTube every day. The YouTube videos are out there, and we can sort of control them, but things that we put on Facebook or when people come over, tours, or help out, we can't control what they put on there. We live our lives completely above the law. We don't do nothing wrong. We don't ever do anything wrong. We live within the rules that are set by us, and then we don't care what gets videoed. It's all out there. We live our lives in the face of the public. So we cannot have a Mekong cat. I had someone just call me yesterday saying that, they can get big snakeheads. And I'm like, they're highly illegal. He goes, well, don't tell no one. I'm like, I can't do that. No.
Yeah. So, there's the society species that are federally banned, and then there's the invasive species that are banned by the Lacey Act, and they're more prone to busting you for the invasive fish, because if they get into the waterway, they can cause destruction. So you definitely don't want to mess with any of the animals on the
No, now
Lacey
see,
Act.
check this out. And the reason I will not do anything wrong. I bought a baby alligator from RMS. That was 3 years, 4 years ago, whatever it was. And I had it for 2 years and it grew to 3 foot. In that 2 years, the laws changed and I did not know it. I'm on Facebook saying, hey, here's Allie, here's our alligator. And I'm throwing it in the pool, swimming with the kids. And, it's part of the family. And all of a sudden, the Department of Agriculture shows up and they brought the dog warden, animal control, the highway patrol, Strongsville police, and who else? BCI, Bureau of Criminal Investigation. It was crazy. I mean, I opened up my door at 5:30 in the morning because they were pounding on the door, and I'm like, "Can I help you?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, we're here. This, that, blah blah blah." And then step out here, and I'm like, "Oh, hold up. You're here for what?" It was crazy. And I'm like, look, obviously you're watching on Facebook because I don't have that 14-foot reticulated python. I don't have the monkeys. I don't have the python no more, or I'm sorry, the Black Panther no more. They were on my Facebook page looking back at all my old pictures. And then Josh by that time had come to the door. And I'm like, that Black Panther was ours when he was a baby. That baby boy in the picture next to the Black Panther, that was him. He's 20-some years old now, 20 years old or 18 or whatever he was at the time. But they came here and they brought 4 horse trailers. They thought I was just loaded up with animals and they were going to take everything from me. So what they ended up doing was I show them the fish and all that stuff. I show them everything out there. And I'm like, and they said the alligator. And I'm like, the alligator's not illegal. I bought that from RMS Pet Store for $75. And they're like, well, the laws have changed. You're not allowed to have an alligator now. It was an American alligator. And I'm like, well, there should be some sort of grandfather clause or something, because you can see clearly, in all my videos and pictures, we've had him for years, 2 years at least. And, he's part of the family. And they're like, no, absolutely not. We're, it's what was a $50,000 fine and up to a year in jail or something like that. Or you can sign this and surrender the animal to us. And I was so mad. I'm like, this ain't right. This is not right at all. You guys are going to take this animal and destroy him when he can have a good life here, And, I had just talked to Josh about, this summer, Allie's getting big. She's almost 3 foot. She was like 34 inches. She's getting big. This summer, she's going to get to 4 foot or so. If she bites somebody, it's going to be dangerous, 5 foot, 6 foot. We're going to have to do something about this. We found an alligator sanctuary in North Carolina, and we were going to take the 12-hour drive and drive her down there and give them to them. So that was our plans for the summer before even all this happened. So we're sitting here in the middle of this raid, blah, blah, blah. All these cops are walking around looking at all my fish tanks, everywhere. It was crazy. And I asked them, this is crazy because you're going to take these animals and destroy them. They're like, no, we're not going to destroy them. We're going to take all the alligators we get, we take down to, there's a sanctuary in North Carolina that, we take them to and blah, blah, blah. And, we drop them off there and they house them. And I'm like, cha-ching. Well, wait a minute. We were going to drive that drive, spend the gas and the time and drive it down there. You're telling me you want to take it from me and drive it down there. Okay, I'll go ahead and sign the animal over to you. Here you go. No $50,000 fine, no year in jail. Here's your animal. Take good care of her, And they left. So ever since then, I work with the Department of Agriculture, the city and state and the feds and everything, to make sure our fish are legal. People are like, oh, the Fly River turtle's illegal. You can't have that. No, we talk to people. We know we're allowed to have it. The Australian lungfish, we have CITES paperwork for that. So we are allowed to have the fish that we have because we show it on YouTube all the time. We live our lives in the face of the public. We have to. That's it. We can't do anything wrong. And it's a good way of living. I don't have to hide nothing from nobody, and I don't care who comes in. Oh, you're State Patrol, come on in. Oh, you're police officer, come on in. Just check this place out. It's nice. I don't care anymore. I don't do anything wrong, so I don't have to hide nothing from anybody.
We got a good question here. Jessica Hamilton says, I rescued an 8-year-old Raphael cat. All his fins are gone. He's pretty healed up, but will they ever grow back? So here's the thing about fins. If the fins are bitten into the cartilage and the actual the fin, the bones are gone, they'll never grow back. It can go as far as down to the bone, as long as those bones are still there.
And we're talking like on the side. I'm going to put it in layman's term. On the side, they have 2 fins. And if them fins, the points on them, the sticky point, if that is there completely and there is still a little bit of fin left on there, it can grow back. But if that's like broke off, it'll only grow back to where that's broke off. That'll never grow back. That's what you're talking about.
Kinda. Same thing with the back tail. Say if someone bites the whole back tail off a fish, they can bite all the finnage off. But if it's to the meat of the tail,
yeah,
it won't grow back.
Right. But a lot of new people that are watching don't know the difference between cartilage, tissue, and so you got to kind of put it in layman's term. Bigrich could have been Panther King. We had a Black Panther. Do I have the pictures on here?
I don't think so.
I'll make some pictures so you guys can see it next week. But yeah, when he was little, I used to go to the Mount Hope Exotic Animal Auction, and I'd spend 10 grand a year buying all these exotic animals, and I'd put them up for sale. And my kids got to bottle feed all kinds of different baby animals every year. And he's had all kinds of animals. Bottle feeding baby deers, skunks. Raccoons, groundhogs, hedgehogs, chipmunks, flying squirrels. Everything you can think of, we've had, and I've sold. And yeah, I used to double my money. But now looking back, I was part of the problem, not part of the solution. I didn't know at the time. I'm just trying to make money. Everyone's going to buy the babies, and they were so cute. And, I had a Black Panther that I got, and he grew big quick, and he got really gnarly. Mm-hmm. We sold him, and then the first guy we sold him to, he came over with big wad of cash, and he wanted no matter how much I want. So I sold it to him. He brought it back. And, sold it to me for like $800 less. So then I sold it to the next guy, and he ended up bringing it back because after 2 months, it grew too big for him. They think they can take it home and be a house cat. No. So the third guy we sold it to was a guy in Coshocton. And, you have to have your cages buried at least a foot and connected. So like you have a full square cage and you bury it in the ground a foot and put a foot of dirt on it. That's how you got to do any of your wild cats. In case they dig, they can never get out. You have to have your feeding area separated so that you can get in and close, change the food and clean up the water and all that kind of stuff and be able to close the section between you and them. Then you can open that back up and they can eat and all that kind of stuff. There's certain laws you got to follow when you have these big cats like that. And now that guy down in Zanesville, he let all 50 of his, wild animals, tigers and bears and all kinds of stuff loose and killed himself. He screwed it for everybody. Now the state come in and they shut it down. You can't buy that kind of stuff no more. The only primates you can buy are small little monkeys. You can't buy baboons and stuff like that, or chipmunk, or I'm sorry, not chipmunks, chimpanzees, yep. Stuff like it's
allowed to have capuchins, squirrel monkeys, and common marmosets.
Any kind of marmoset.
For a while there,
there's like 19 different marmosets.
For a while there, we were only allowed the marmosets. We weren't even allowed capuchins and squirrel monkeys. They've eased the restrictions a tad bit, but you can
only
have
on the smaller
those three and lemurs. They're the only kind of monkeys we can have. I had another good question here, and I lost it.
Any question's a good question. You read any one of them.
Yeah, but I lost it.
New series, The Pima King. I like it. It's from John Kilpatrick.
Nicholas is asking why is baby koi are dying. Bought a new batch, but they died. It's kind of hard to say. It could have been a spike in ammonia. It could have been,
Your water could be bad of any different, 90 different reasons. Your filtration might not be good enough, and you're having a spike in nitrites or ammonia, and then you're having a spike in nitrites too. Or you might not be changing water good enough, and you're having a spike in ammonia. And then I'll get an answer back. Oh, no, my neighbor changes his every 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
Your water change schedule will never be the same as anybody you know. So you got to test your water and see where it's at. Now that's only one way it could be. It could be, you're using well water and there's all kinds of minerals built up and it's too hard for them or something like that. It could be, a multitude of different things. You got to give us parameters.
That is true.
Whatever happened to the Bigfoot guy from Brian? What's that say? Regalny. He's still around, but he had a grandkid and he don't come over no more. I talked to him. It was the day before yesterday, and I swear I'll come back around. I'm sorry, Rich. I've been busy, this and that. And he got a new grandson, and he lost his mind, and he don't. Friends don't matter no more. He don't hang out no more.
Someone's asking if the sturgeon's going into the back pond. Eventually, not right now. That is the ultimate plan for him. We just got to make sure it's right for him.
There you go, Josh.
What's that? You see, Rod got a new Arapaima. Yeah, we heard about that. Good for him.
Yes.
So they've got big things going on with that store, and
big things.
Some things that I can't share myself, but it's gonna be awesome. So I can't wait. And they're only 9 hours away from us now, so we're always on the East Coast, so we'll be able to drop by and pop in from time to time. Jim,
what does this mean right here? Go ahead and read yours first.
Jim Sheasley, $10. He said,
"Hey Jim,
Rich, had a great time yesterday. I forgot to ask for OFR stickers again."
Oh, Jim. You can text me your address. I can mail them to you, or you can get them next time you're here. Jim came over. He bought us lunch from Cabela's Subs, and I've never ate there, and it was awesome. And he brought his sister, and we had me and Reaper was here. It was a good time. We had a good time, and then we went out to the fish room for a while. I love it when our friends come over.
All right, here's a good one. Mark Benton, just drink.
A drink, guys. You know what? And a lot of people will relate with me. I am getting to the point where I can't stand feeding no more. It's like,
talking about the fish or yourself?
The fish.
Oh.
Twice a day, every single day. I mean, you don't get a break from it, ever. This has been, 9 years we're doing this, and it's just nonstop. And now you got to remember, this one has to take pellets. This one takes bloodworms. This one takes beef heart. This one takes, what do you call the little things? Brine shrimp. This one takes food. So I don't worry about anything that takes shrimp or tilapia. That's Josh's job at nighttime. I feed all the other stuff, and it's such a pain in the butt. I do love when they eat, but I don't like getting the food out, getting the food ready, and go spending a half hour, 45 minutes feeding these fish. It's like, I got to do it again. I'm sure you guys can relate. You got to keep doing it. But man, it's not, I used to love doing it,
I can give you a break so you can return to your former passion once again.
So you're going to give me a break for 3 months?
It's no sweat off my back. I'm here feeding the meats.
Well, that'll be another 45 minutes on top of your time.
I don't think so.
You don't think so? You can do it faster than me?
Well, while I'm waiting on this tank, because I always feed the tank and I watch and see who eats, who doesn't eat, or at least try to. While I'm doing that, sometimes I'll throw stuff in here. Brittany will watch. I'll throw stuff in here. I can toss pellets in the tanks all around. I mean, it's not hard.
It's not hard.
If you would like me to,
I'm not going to ask something of you that I can do myself. If I really need it, I'll ask. Like, can you scratch my butt for me? It hurts. See, you're not going to do what I ask you. So why ask? Are you going to answer that? I can't understand that.
That's a sidebar. Not going to read that. I've been going back and forth.
Okay. Oh. It jumped on us again. Okay. Got that one.
There any pike cichlids in the rescue? We get them in from time to time. We've only kept the red Atabapo pikes. The rest we're home.
Yeah.
So
they're in with the bass, but you know they come out at night, and we never out there at nighttime. And you know, during the daytime we hardly ever see them. They're like them specialty plecos we have out there that hardly ever come out. You know.
Yeah.
What are they called? Pseudocanthicus serratus,
mm-hmm.
the black dragon. Yeah, we got 3 of those, and you know you'd be lucky if you see one a week. Okay, James Stewart says, Big Rich and Josh, I got myself a 6-inch Gilberry peacock bass today. The fish shop tried to tell me it'll be fine with severums. What's your opinion? Should move them out to another tank soon. Well,
it'll be fine for a long time.
As long as they're about the same size. That Gilberry bass will outgrow and be big enough. When you see his mouth opening for food, you're going to see how big they can actually open their mouth. So you can decide, okay, can he swallow something else in the tank? If he can swallow it, he will eat it. Right?
Yeah, I mean, Kelberries grow a little bit slower. Sorry, I was laughing at something else. Someone said Michael Jordan shouted you out on Twitter. I'm like, yeah, right.
Michael Jordan?
Yeah.
Shouted us out.
That's what he said. And I just laughed because I know it's not true. But
can you go back and look?
It's like, oh, waste of time, though.
Why? Go look at MJ's Twitter.
As I was saying, the Kelberry bass would grow a lot slower, but the severums can get up to about 10 inch or so. I just don't ever see if your severum's already 6 and actually.
Yeah, we don't know what size your fish are. If it's a 4-inch Kelberry and a 6-inch, you know, silver dollar
6.
It's a Kelberry 6,
yeah.
And you got 6 or 8-inch, you know, what are they called? Silver dollars. Then severums. Then you know they can stay together for a long time. It's your Kelberry will outgrow it eventually, and you'll have to move it. Just like I said, watch him when he eats. You'll see how big his mouth gets, and if there's anything in your tank that can fit in his mouth, he will eat it. So you know, if it's not as big, because them severums are tall like a discus, you know, they may be thin, but either standing up or laying down, it's still a wide. Their mouth has to go this way or this way to fit them in. You know,
they're 9 and 10 inch severums. You won't have to.
Won't have to move them for a while.
Update on the backyard pond.
It's looking better and better every single day. Plants are starting to grow. We've got plants about 2 foot tall. All the irises are growing. It's, you know, I'm feeding it now. So every morning I'm feeding that pond too, because them fish are just tearing it up. They ate all the algae out of it, and now there's no algae in the pond. There is green algae on the rocks, but the long string algae that covered the entire pond is absolutely gone. They're eating it, and Reaper said he saw thousands of little 1-inch fish. So they've already had babies this year. We've got, 3 to 5-inch fish, hundreds of them out there. They had babies last year. It's doing good, and we are feeding them again. So that's how that's going. We haven't moved any plants out there yet. We did take the net off of it, that was buried under for the winter. We finally got that off, and we did pressure wash the front pond. So we're good to go. We're waiting on the weather so that we can bring plants out there and get the filtration up and going better, and we're good to go.
John Kilpatrick says, I just paid $98 for an ornate biture about 4 inches. How do you feel about price? Well, I'm sorry to say,
God.
You
got so robbed.
They're
about
God. $20 at your box pet stores around here.
He may be in a part of the world that can't get fish constantly, and that's a rarity. Maryland?
Yeah, something like that.
Dude, yeah. You got ripped off.
We get them here at the rescue all the time. The small ones we just give away.
Yeah, so we just gave away an 8-incher the other day. That was an ornate, but what kind of biture did he have? Senegalese. They're even more. They're not rare, Don't we have one in this 150? Mm-hmm. We have a 4-incher up there I'd have given you. But that's a long drive from Maryland. But $90 is You know, they don't ever go back to that pet store. Tell them they are not Ohio Fish Rescue approved.
Yeah, that's nuts.
I mean, I believe in markup and fair trade. But come on, $90. They got that thing for 40 cents. You know, maybe $1. Sell it for, $5-10. You know, that's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd go with maybe they paid $10 for it, because a lot of the pet stores sell them for $20 around here. They usually do about 100% profit on those.
Maria says, "What's up, Bigrich?" Hi, Maria.
Brittany Ziblets, $10, says, Bigrich, green algae on the rocks sounds like a signature drink.
Green
LMAO.
algae
Happy
on the
Easter,
rocks.
guys, and hashtag drink.
I am the Ohio Fish Rescue guy. I should be out there ordering green algae on the rocks. I love it. That's amazing.
When you guys go in the pond once the Peroon, Jow, and Goonch are big, including the Gars? Yeah,
Sure.
we will. But that Goonch is scary.
All those stories you hear about this fish eating that person and this fish eating this kid and that fish, that's fish that are starving, okay? Our fish are well fed. You reach in to pet them and they'll swim away from you. If you put your fingers in their mouth and tease them, you might get bit. But trust me, these fish are not hungry and they are not starving, you know. If I put my arm in the fish full of piranha, they all run from me and hide in the corners. They're not starving. You try doing that over in the Amazon.
Right.
You know, you can take a whole chicken and layer it in there with a chain and pull it out, and there's 30 piranhas stuck to it. You know, they're starving. They're trying to grow. They're eating. You know, it don't happen at home like that.
The King of DIY says, remember that time Big Rich promised he would have me on, but then he didn't because Josh and I started a fling? Me too.
What was that?
He's always talking about some stuff.
Who?
Joey.
Joey's on?
Yeah.
Hi, Joe. What's up, brother?
Did you listen to the words?
I didn't. I just heard a bunch of blah, blah, blah come out of your mouth. I was reading over here. What happened?
You need me to reread it to you?
Yes, please.
Oh, my goodness. His boyfriend's here. He got excited. King of DIY says, remember the time Rich promised me he would have me on, but then he didn't because Josh and I started up a fling? Me too.
No. Oh, my God. Joey, I actually went and started with Streamlabs. StreamYards. So this week we're going to be testing it out and doing all that. It's costing me money. It's I think it was $35 a month. It's costing me money, but we're able to produce it in HD, and that's the $35 option. The $25 option wouldn't let you do it in HD. But you can have 6 to 8 people on there at a time, and you can have, you know, your animated background, the green screen and stuff. So that's all I wanted. As long as we had the green screen background for us, we could put, like, over in that corner, one person, and that would be you. Or, you know, Chris Biggs over there, you know, Rachel up here, and we can talk to each other, and you can see us while we can see them. Right now, using this OBS software, if you call in, we can see you through your mic, but you cannot see us. All you have to do is hear us, or you can watch your phone, which will be a 20-second delay, you know? So it's all bad. I've never gotten past it with this OBS. So we are starting with StreamYards so that we can do, you know, like you did on our interview with you. By the way, when are we having another interview, son? Got lots to tell you. Oh, and when you coming down? You promised to come down here. You know, Tanner Serpent says he's coming over. George Coralfish 12G said he's coming over. Yeah. What's his name? With the plants. Dustin Wonderluck said he's coming over. You know, these people just never show up. What?
He answered someone in the chat, and I just had to laugh. I lost my train of thought. That was damn funny.
He is funny.
Here we go. Oh, I know what I was going to say. You know, he has some cool stuff up there, but there's one thing he just started that I'm really jealous of.
The octopus?
The octopus. That thing's freaking sweet.
Once I get done with this saltwater, you can have a little octopus. I saw somebody with a, what do you call it, a squid tank today. And they dropped in a little, it looked like a neon rainbow, neon whatever. And he dropped it in there, and these things just came at it and got it. It was so cool, But, once we get the saltwater going, you can have neat stuff like that.
Yeah, they're just escape artists. Oh, Joey said I need promises to stop being broken. Then we talk.
I haven't broken any promise, son. You said you'd come down here and you were going to drive your Camaro. Then you saw my Camaro and you said, oh, nope, I'm not bringing my Camaro down now. I told you I would not even bring mine out of the garage. I would not even, picture it. It wouldn't be on the video. We'll go for riding yours. We'll, and you said you'd coming. And then you didn't show up. Promise is broken. I think that's a promise broken, right?
And Agus says, Josh, please include Indonesian translation too. So that's something YouTube is actually working on right now with the more expansions. They'll have more translations.
Let me explain with that. Right now, we can do English translation by clicking a button, and it automatically does an English translation. We can't do these other, like Indonesian or anything else, without us being able to know that and type it out so that we can add it to the video. I don't know any of these other languages. I can't type out the languages to add to the video. So unless like someone else that knows more, like Joey, can tell us how to do it, that's I can't do any until they give us the option that it'll automatically do it. But then your problem is, you're like, hey, I have a friend that does cars, and then it'll say, I have a fiend that does bars. It don't read it right. Yeah.
There's definitely some language barriers there. Things don't translate properly, so
oh, you got a message from me today that I laughed my butt off. Once I read it back, I'm like, oh my god, I'm just sending it the way it was because you couldn't understand anything I said.
Yeah, I said, Huda, what the hell did you just say? Do you want me to get some?
I sent him this message, and then I read it, and then I went ahead and put LMAAL, laughing my ass off. And oh my god, it was so funny. And he types back, Huda, what the what?
I'll read it to you, okay?
Voice to text did not work very well.
He said, hey, can you stop at VP on your way home and get say 10 things of still water? Thanks, you're a doll. And I said, Huda, what? You need distilled water? He's like, yes, just bring it for the show. Thanks.
Too funny. Too funny.
Let me get back to this. We got Jim Sheasley set $5. Says I used to have a 16-inch octopus, but he climbed out of a locked lid cage through 1 2-inch hole for a fit filter. Yeah, so if their tentacles can get through, they will make their whole body fit through. So it basically has to be a sealed container to where they cannot get out.
Right.
They can't push the pipes out the way because them suckers are strong.
Joey, has yours gotten out yet?
I don't know. I haven't seen it on video in a few days. Is it still there?
Is it still there? That's the question. Drink to Joey and his octopus.
Where are we at?
Let's see.
Yeah, no, not gonna read that one. Have you found the water dragon yet, or is he still on the run?
Still on the run. We saw him 3 times now, and each time I've been with somebody else, and we have hunted him down and tried catching him, and we have not caught him yet. But I'm scared because summer's coming to where people will want to start leaving doors open. That's the thing that bothers me.
Priscilla says, Josh, will you go for a swim in the backyard pond? We already done that. Might be some underwater film for but the koi. But we'll see about that. Go ahead.
Joey's a nutcase.
Yeah.
All right, guys. King of DIY. I call him DIY Joey, but he don't like it. But King of DIY just said, you showed me the Camaro, correct. But I saw you in the reflection in the window, and you were naked. I didn't know you kept pythons as well. Oh, my God, Joey. You are off the hook. Oh, my God. That's funny.
Mr. Dino said, what happened to the 2 ducks you got last summer? They went to a huge duck pond.
Yes,
Other ducks.
I think, what was it? We were doing something. Oh, we had to go to like Aquashella, and I needed somebody to watch them for the weekend. They watched them for the weekend, and then when we got back, they offered to keep them because they liked them. And I saw they had a huge pond, like, what, 50 other ducks? I was like, yes, all yours. Take them. I bought them on a whim because they were cute, and it was a big mistake.
Is everybody a volunteer at OFR?
Yes, everybody. We don't make no money to cover the bills yet. We don't have money to pay for anybody to work here. I try and give them all the stuff that we get donated. I give out to our volunteers, our helpers. Like you guys just saw, the kid come down the other day, drove 5 hours, and I gave him a 75-gallon tank stand. Filters, rocks, heater, everything I could. And, because he helped out for the day. He did a lot of work here. So, I try not selling that stuff. I try and give it away to people that help us out, as continuing the good thing, paying forward type thing. Yes, it was given to us. So why shouldn't we give it out? You see all these other rescues, they get fish in, they're selling the fish. They get tanks in, they sell the tanks. We're not trying to be like that. We're not here for the money. We're here for the better wellment of the fish. And, this YouTube thing is just helping me pay for the rescue. Because I paid for out of my pocket. I mean, I worked my butt off just paying for the rescue. And now the YouTube's almost paying for the main bills, which is $3,000 a month. But then, if there's like medicines we have to buy, that's extra. If, all the trips we go on, that's extra. The gas, the tolls, the feeding the guys lunch and all that stuff. Because every time I send a bunch of guys out volunteers, I pay for their food, They shouldn't have to go all day and be hungry. Of course, I pay for their food and that kind of stuff. So, it's once we're making, let's say, $4,000 a month in YouTube videos. Now, see, that's what other people don't understand. This isn't part of the rescue. This is our videos. We put out YouTube videos, and it's money that I'm making. But I put it all back into the rescue. So it's not coming out of my money I get for all the rents on my houses and properties. So, it's, I don't know. I try and keep it to where this is a completely nonprofit. We're not, you can even go to the dog, pound or the APL. And to get a dog for free, you have to pay like $250. There's license fees, there's doctor fees, there's neutering fees, there's all kinds of stuff, kennel fees, and it comes out to like $250. You get this free dog. Well, you come here, you get the fish for free. We don't charge you nothing. I paid to go pick that fish up, and I paid the guys lunch and everything. I paid the gas. It comes back, and then we give them away as long as we find them a good home. I try and keep up to these standards like this. And it's rough because, I see all these other animal rescues opening up all around now, doing fish rescues, and they're getting free fish and they're selling them, and they're thinking they're still a rescue. You're not a rescue. You're a pet store that gets your product for free. You're not a rescue. I don't know. It may piss some people off, but that's just how I feel. We're trying to help the situation, and they're making money off the situation. More power to you. Go do your thing. But I don't know. I think it's hard for me to say because what I do, I love what I do, and I help so many people out, and I give away so much stuff, and we do it all for free, and I was paying for everything, and now that the YouTube money's coming in and paying for like, say, 2/3 of it, it's helping out a lot and being better. But, the YouTube money is still our money. We could take that and spend it on whatever we want. It ain't part of the rescue. It's us putting out videos and putting it on YouTube and getting paid for the ad revenue. So, I mean, but it's easier for me to take the YouTube money and pay for the rescue than it was for me to take my hard-earned money of all my properties and pay for the rescue. And, it was just rough. Now it's getting better. It's getting easier. It's getting better. And, we're not ever going to, we may sell something here or there to cover the cost of things, but 9 times out of 10, we give all of our tanks away. We give all of our fish away. We have never sold a fish. We've sold fish that, like, Josh went in business with, 5 of his friends, and we bought, let's say, 20 GATFs. And then everybody got theirs, and then the stuff left over, you can sell off and try and get his for free. That kind of thing. But that's through our breeder buddies and that kind of stuff when they have a deal. But that's far and few between. But that's not selling rescued fish. We have never sold a rescued fish. The fish come in, we give them away. And that's that. So we try and live up to a higher standard than these other rescues out there. And, some people don't like us for that. Some people, think they have a money-making scheme and they can get away with it, and we're not doing it that way. And they get mad about it. I don't care. I do what I do. I live completely open online, and I let you guys see everything and all the things we give away and all the people we help. We drove all the way to Chicago to help out the wounded veteran.
Mm-hmm.
He had I think, no legs from his knees down. And we went there. We gave him a 125-gallon tank, stand, canopy, light, rocks, and cichlids. And we spent the day there setting it up, and then we drove 6 hours home. It was 6 hours there. It's probably 8 hours there, 6 hours back. And we did that all free out of our pocket. And, people are like, oh, I know you sell fish. No, we don't. We don't. If we buy a certain amount of fish because Josh wants to get his, sure, we can sell off other ones and try and make a little profit on that to where we end up getting ours for free or lesser money. But we're not taking. There was a rescue before me that he would charge you to go to your house and pick up your fish, and then he would bring it home and put it on the internet for sale and then sell it. I mean, I don't understand this. This is just, I would never give him my fish because you're just making money off of it. You don't care about this fish. You don't care where it's going to go. You sell it to anybody that's willing to pay for it. I didn't like that, so we try and keep by a higher standard, and it's hard for us. We've got, like, just the other day, I got some pet store in Akron saying something about, Ohio Fish Rescue? And she was like, not really, I just watch them on TV. And he's like, oh, well, I know all about their shady dealings. Man, I want to drive down to Akron and show up at this pet store and talk to this guy on camera. Have someone behind me videoing. Because what shady dealings are you talking about? I do nothing but help people out, help everybody out. People work here for free, and they go home with a $300 fish tank setup. What shady dealings are you talking about? And these people, they upset me so much because I do so much to try and help everybody out. It kills me. It kills me. I just want to show up there and grab my neck.
We got Dougie says, I know you hate tours, but can I come visit from the UK next March? You're my heroes, and we'll definitely help.
Dude, if you want to make the trip over here, you let us know, and I will pencil you in. Them kind of tours, long distance ones, I will definitely do. The thing that kills me, and it hurts me physically and mentally, because I get 20 messages a day. Can I have a tour? Can I have a tour? And I'm just trying to tell people, mellow out, calm down. You don't understand. When a tour comes in, there's an hour or an hour and a half of my life that I'm not getting something accomplished. I'm walking you around showing you the fish. And I don't mind that, really. I love showing off. But when I've got 2-3 tours a day and I can't get nothing done, and then I don't get no sleep, I got maybe, 2 hours sleep last night, and I got 3 hours sleep this morning when the nurse took over, and now I'm out here giving tours out. It's too much. It's been a year and a half of me hardly getting any sleep at all. You got to understand, for 7 months there, I did 24 hours a day. 24 hours a day times 7. I was sleeping on Tracy's bed. My head would be right here, and as soon as she'd cough, I'd wake up and I'd take care of her. I would just sit back down and fall asleep again. And, now just recently, we lost our one nurse, and I had to work 144 hours in 1 week. And there's only 168 hours a week. That left 24 hours. In that 24 hours, I still did tours. I mean, people have no empathy for me. And please just stop asking. If you're just going to be, you just want to come here, this and that, come and offer to help. You might not get a tour, but you'll be here for a couple hours and you'll see the rescue. And I'll get stuff done. We're working. We're doing things. When a tour comes through, I got to stop working and walk people through. It's getting too much. It's getting 15, 20 people a day are asking me for tours. We're not an open public place, and I cannot keep up with it. I just cannot. I have my wife to think about. Tracy, I'm working 16 hours a day now, every single day, and 24 hours a day on Sundays. I just don't have it in my system to give out more tours. But, if you're coming from a long way away and you're making a 5-hour trip, an 8-hour trip, a 20-hour flight, of course, we will shut down and give you a tour. You know what I'm saying? It's just all these local people that, you could go to the Cleveland
been here
Aquarium
20 times.
Yeah, been here 20 times. I can't keep doing it, guys. I can't. I'm sorry. It's just, if you want to see the rescue, my best thing is for you, offer 4 hours of your time, 3 hours of your time. While you're here and we're getting work done, you can see the rescue. And then when we're done working, take all the video and thing you want and go home. That's the better way to do it, because I cannot stop work and do 2, 3, 4 tours a day. I can't. I'm getting ready to where I'm just going to shut off tours again, because it's getting out of hand. I feel bad saying no to people, and it hurts me. I don't like that. I'd like to make, everybody show up here, but I just can't. I'm not making enough to where I can hire somebody. Once we get to that point, let's say YouTube kicks off and I gain another 100,000 subscribers and I'm making $3,000 more. Well, now I'm making more than what it's costing me. I can hire somebody. But the problem is, hiring somebody at $10 an hour is unheard of anymore, because they can make, 15, 16 at McDonald's.
Right.
$10 an hour is, $400 a week at 8 hours a day. Then you're talking 8, that's 16. You're talking $1,600 a month. I don't have that kind of money to just throw away to somebody else to be here. I wish I did. Once the YouTube goes up and we're at 200,000-300,000, things will be different, because I can hire people. I need a personal assistant that will put these things on the internet, answer these internet, messages, do the tours. I just need somebody that can come here and do some of the stuff that I do so that I can work. I'm a creator. I can take a pile of stuff. I can weld it together. I can grind it down. I can paint it and make it look like, an awesome polished turd. No, I can, I need an automatic gate opener, and I need the gate put up. I've been putting it off. I need to do that. I have a spare hospital bed with actuators and plungers. I can make an automatic gate opener. I can build this. I can do this. I don't have the time to do this kind of stuff. I just can't keep doing these. These tours are the bane of my existence, really. Now, all these people that come over and help us, they get to see the rescue. Offer your time. Hey, I got 2 hours on Wednesday. Can I come over and help? Sure. You get to see the rescue. You get to see all the stuff. I don't have to stop working. I can keep working. It's very, very few and hours between that I don't get to sleep. I have to get certain stuff done. I have a list to do, a mile long, and the most important things are at the top that I have to do before the next thing can get done. And if I can get this stuff done and I can go to sleep, it'd be great. People don't understand. I'm still working, 16 hours a day times, 6 days a week is what? And then 24 hours on Sunday.
16 times 6 plus 24, it's 120.
120 hours a week. For a normal job is 40 hours. 40, 80, 120. That's 3 full-time 40-hour jobs a week I'm working. I don't have time for the tours. I don't. When I'm out there, I'm taking away time from sleeping, and then people show up here. Oh, I only got 8 hours sleep last night. I'm so tired. I got 2.5. Shut up. And that's in a year long of taking care of Tracy for a year. I can't push myself no more. If you guys want a tour, stop asking for tours. Show up and volunteer your time. We'll do work. You'll get to see the place, and I'll get my work done. You know, I live here in this big house by myself now. Josh only comes over for like an hour, hour and a half a day, and you know he's got his own life to worry about. So I please, that's all I ask. You know, do tours that way. No more tours, just volunteers. There you go.
King of DIY says, when I come down, I'll help you make 10 members videos. Slow release them. Should help long term.
Dude, I effing love you.
And he also said, rescues popped up after you. It is what it is. Have a peek at them. If they don't align with your values, don't work with them.
Well, that's the whole thing, Joey. That's what I did. I back up, you know, as many people as I can. People are like, you know, they go onto our forum and they're like, hey, I rescue fish. I want this. I want that. And I'm like, no, I delete their comments. I can't have you advertising your rescue on my page unless I actually back you up. So I have to watch these people for hours. And then I find out, oh, they're selling the fish. They're selling every tank they get in. Everything donated to them, they're selling. I don't back them. So they're written off. That's it. And then I go on to the next. And I keep doing that. So you are right about that, you know. They follow my values, I will back them. And there are pet stores that have followed my values. And, you know, every pet store around here, if you agree to not sell pacu, because out of all the rescues I do, that's the only one problem fish. It's sold the cheapest, it grows the fastest, and at a large size, nobody wants it. So it's all bad. I can have 20 red tails here at 3 foot, and I'll find it a home for every one of them. I can do the same for tiger shovelnose. I cannot do that for pacu. All the public aquariums we work with do not want these large pacu. Now, if they would, you know, do me a favor, the rest of America, take baby pacu and stop selling for $1.99. Sell them for $29.99. Then what you're doing right now, what you're doing there is you're getting Karen coming in, bringing her little son, Joey, buying a 10-gallon tank, and now they can't afford to buy 3 pacu with that 10-gallon tank. But at $1.99 they can.
You know what would be hilarious if Joey's mom's name was Karen?
Oh, stop it. You guys get what I'm saying, you know? A baby red tail at 2-3 inches is $29.99. You know, that's what I'm saying. The fastest growing fish on the planet that is the most widely sold, that is so overbred, and nobody wants at a large size, is the pacu. Stop selling them. And Ohio Fish Rescue will give you a thing for your window. A window cling. We back this store, you know. But even if you don't want our backing, stop selling pacu so cheap. And guys, and this is the consumer end, stop buying pacu. If they're selling 20 pacu for $1.99 and you're like, oh, I'm going to rescue them, and you buy them all, you know what you just did? You're part of the problem. The store now says, oh, sheesh, we sold all 20. Let's get another. And they get 20 more. If you don't buy these pacu, the stores will stop stocking them because they're not selling. Don't be brought in by, oh, they're vegetarian piranha. Bull. They are not. Stop. Do your due diligence. When someone offers you anything at a pet store, look it up online. You have your phone with you. Look it up online before you buy it. How big will this fish get? You know, blah, blah, blah. Not only how big pacu get, but they're the fastest growing. They get big quick. So, you know, there's my problems with life, you know. So I will back other rescues, and I have. I've had problems with a few rescues, you know. I will not back them because they're the way they are. They're out to make money. Oh, well, they're doing it on the state's dime, saying they're a 501c3. They're selling it. I could sell things too, because every rescue is allowed to make a certain amount of money. You know, I can bring this fish in and I can put an adoption fee up, and, you know, then this fish can go out. And that money goes in back to the rescue. I can spend more things on tanks, on other fish. I can buy backgrounds. I can buy, you know, whatever. Foolish stuff. I only buy things that are necessary for the fish. I would love to have DIY Joey come down. Oh, I'm sorry, I called him DIY Joey again. king of DIY, come down here and do like backgrounds for all the tanks, you know, and make them look natural and look beautiful. Their natural escape of where they're from. That would be awesome. But I can't do that because I can't afford that to waste that kind of money on beautification. It's not necessary. What's necessary is the size of the tank, putting these fish here and feeding them and giving them a good home. Okay. So I'm sorry. I've ranted on for quite a while now, haven't I? I'm sorry. I'm very passionate
Joey
about
says
that.
I felt personally attacked, and then I was.
Oh, stop it. You were not. Love you, Joey. I would never attack you.
Alexandra Stengel, $20. She said, "Happy Easter, boys. I wish you and your beautiful family a blessed weekend.
You too, buddy.
Here's
You too.
$20 towards some fishy food." Oh,
Aw,
awesome.
thank you.
And we've got Brittany Ziblis, $10. Says, Big Rich, you're the fishy Willy Wonka.
Oh.
Just have Josh be Slugsworth and take everyone's golden tickets. That'll help with
Brittany, we love you, and I'm
Hashtag
sorry for the hardship you've had to go through lately. I am very sorry. You know, I don't want to bring anything up publicly, but I'm very sorry, and you have my condolences.
Oh.
No, the reason I brought up Joey is because he does amazing backscapes and aquascapes on his tanks. I mean, they're beautiful. You know, he's not doing what we're doing. He does his thing, and, you know, he makes his tanks, and they're beautiful, and they're awesome. I don't have that talent because I haven't done that, because I only worry about what's necessary. I don't waste money on, you know, that kind of stuff. So, you know, to me, if you need something done, you talk to your friends that know what they're doing and get that done, you know? That's why I brought up Joey. I was not personally attacking you, buddy.
So
I was actually saying you're very talented in what you do. But
I'm going to leave that comment off the table. But there's a comment that people keep asking about the Mermaid update, and we are close. You guys probably got about 30 days left, and we'll get this.
you think it's going to be that soon?
Yeah.
I've been trying
There
to get
is
these
light
guys here.
at the end of the tunnel.
I've been trying to get these guys here all at the same time and start doing this video. You know what we're going to have to do, and I told Josh this the other day. I'm sorry, I have to stand up. My butt is killing me. What we're going to have to do is start doing, when Reaper's here, start doing photo shoots of him in the outfit. What? What?
I'm just going to do it. If that hurt your butt, what are you going to do when Joey's here?
Oh my God, stop it. That is so rude. That is wrong. No, I've been sitting for an hour and I'm just sore. So, you know, while Reaper's here, get him and start taking the pictures, because we're also doing the calendar at the same time for next year. So we got to get photo shoots. We got to get video going. When Josh is here, do the video of that. That's what I just brought up, because we're not getting nowhere. We're not getting all three people here at the same time for many hours to get this done. So that's why it's taken so long. Well, before we were putting it off because we were waiting for the tails to come in, the bras to come in, you know, the whole outfits and that kind of stuff. So, ouch.
We got Jim Sheasley, $5. So is it possible for a convict and Jack Dempsey to crossbreed? I don't think so. I've never seen it happen, but I'm not saying it's not possible. It might be.
Joey, can you answer that for us, buddy? You know this.
Uh-oh. Joey said, Rich, send me Josh's cell so I can plan stuff. Oh, man.
And yes, Chuck Raw says, can't you charge for tours or have them donate a tour? People do donate every once in a while, and that's all fine and dandy. But, you know, even with people giving us money, I'm still not getting the work done here, and I don't have more time to sleep. So what little time I do have awake, I need to get certain work done. And, you know, you guys are like, why didn't you got the saltwater video up? Well, I can only work on it an hour a day, you know, stuff like that. So the money, I guess, would help in one situation, but it doesn't help me with getting work done around here. So that's why I think the best route for tours is to just donate your time and come on out and help. And then you get to see the place, and I don't have to actually give you a guided tour, you know. So yeah, we can charge for tours. Oh, the other thing on that is we're zoned
residential
here. And Strongsville, when I put this fish edition on, the neighbors showed up and said that we're selling fish and we're making money and this is a business and they don't want to see forklifts over here and do this and that and blah, blah, blah. And Strongsville said, if we catch you doing anything as a business, then we will shut you down. Cease and desist. So, that was, another thing. I don't sell no fish. So I'm not running a business out of here. We do have the once a year barbecue and that kind of stuff. And we put a sign out for that day. That's no more than having a street party where you can get a permit for. So, we can do that, but we cannot charge anything here because if it gets back to Strongsville, and we put everything out on video, if it gets back to Strongsville that we're charging for tours, we're running a business now, and they will cease and desist us. They are not playing around with us.
I had one more thing.
Wait a minute. John Kilpatrick says the king of DIY is the brownie in Rich's lunchbox.
Oh, love.
Oh, shit. Well, he is kind of tiny. I can kind of like fold him up and put him in my lunchbox. We have so much fun. If you guys got to hang out when we were at these shows and stuff like that with us, I did nothing but nonstop laugh. He is hilarious. I mean, you guys would, oh my God, if I could video this, I've got some videos and it's hilarious. If you guys could hang out with us, you guys would love it.
Is the Mermaid video going to be members only? No, it's going to be for everyone.
That was paid for by our anonymous donor. She actually, because we were building up, I said, if you bring $1,500 in for the rescue, I will dress up as a mermaid. She came in and she donated $3,000 and said she wants Reaper and Josh in there, blah, blah, blah. And, or wait, that was $3,000 to get me in there. And then she donated another $3,000 for you and Reaper. So Reaper's like, how'd I get involved in this? I'm like, because she paid, and I cannot touch this money, feasibly without doing what she asked for. Because if we don't put out the video, I have to send her her money back. That's just how I am. So now you and Reaper have to do this. That way you're helping the rescue out, and then that money can be there towards that fish tank we want to buy when we get rid of the 2 fish tanks down the middle of the aisle.
Hey, drink.
Here you go.
So we got Mark Lane, $5. Says, have you thought about putting Larry the Lobster in the discus tank? Works for me with 4 crays and 12 discus. # Team Tracy. So if you guys actually watched tomorrow's video, we actually did something else with Larry the Lobster. He's still in the globe, but we added some other stuff in there.
We had to take out all of the guppies in there because he was eating them. And, we didn't notice at first, and then all of a sudden it's getting thinner, and then all of a sudden there's hardly no guppies. We saved what we could out of there, brought them back out, gave them homes, and, I mean, we can't watch everything. We tried. So anyways, he's in there by himself now, and we cleaned out the whole tank. We took out all the wood, all the plants, everything. It's just gravel and Larry the Lobster. And now we're coming up with a good idea to have him in there because when we had all that wood in there, you could never find him. You never saw him is the problem,
Yeah. Actually, yesterday, it was the first time I've ever seen it. I seen him. He crawled up that center pillar of the globe, and he was hoisted on the side. Just
really nice.
Out, just trying to see what he can catch.
I just saw a great thing, and I lost it. It jumped on me.
And yes, Raheem brings up a good point. The lobster will destroy the plants. Yes, they will. So he will stay in the globe for now. And what I did, I think we have a good mix in there now. We shall see. But coming to you tomorrow, 6:30 a.m. our time. Uh-oh.
DGB Foster says, I'll be in Cleveland mid-June, and
OBG.
I'd love... OBG? Yeah. I'd love to help. Well, just let us know what day you're here. You can stop by and then, stop in, of course. I'll plan around that. We have now community service, volunteers that come by on Wednesday. We've got Ben, Jen, and now Dylan. Every Wednesday. So Wednesdays is a big working day. I don't take no sleep for Wednesday. We get out there and we get work done because I have 3 people here helping me. So, Mondays, Thursdays, Saturdays, great working days. Just let me know when you can make it here, and I'll schedule you in.
Okay, so
See, no, OBG Foster is the first one that did it the right way after I said something. You know, he wanted a tour. Now he gets here and he can see the place, and he's helping out.
So, going back to those 10 videos Joey wants to help you create for the members, Mike Knight says, there you go, Joey. Rich said he will do anything for money to help the rescue. I wonder what you will come up with knowing that.
For money. Don't do that to me.
Joey says it involves a kiddie pool, Jello, and Speedo.
Oh, no. Oh, no. You guys are killing me. I'm over here. I'm a genuinely nice guy. Why are you guys doing this to me?
They want to see you in mermaid costume,
right?
Speedos and Jello.
I'm doing what I can. How funny! All right, read this one for me.
Almost all Central American cichlids are on the same size. Can and will crossbreed.
Right.
They are closely related cousins and American. They will breed. LOL.
From the King of DIY. Got your name right, Joey. I didn't call you DIY Joey.
Where did that go? When you mix your salt water, do you use distilled water or RODI?
Okay, we use the RODIY to fill the water.
RODIY.
We use the RO water to fill the tub, and we add the salt, and we use a pump to circulate it. Then the next day, it'll be the same temperature and the same. It'll be clear and mixed. That's when we do water changes for salt water. We also use the RO water for just tapping off and refilling because it goes down daily because it's an open top. So that refills it, and you don't need no salt for that because the salt stays in the water as the water evaporates. So you can add more RO water and bring it right back up to the right level. So I hope that helps.
Brittany Ziblis, $5 says, "Where's Bruce? He should be the special guest." Hashtag
I
no
took
nip
him
fan.
and I threw him in the room when I noticed that Josh wasn't looking at him.
Hashtag drink.
Ari Banana says, "Hey, Bigrich, do you do tours for local schools? Bet the kids would love that." Yes, we do tours for schools, colleges, marine biologist classes and stuff like that. They come out here. They hang out here for a while. The professors always love the place. They bring their classes once a year out here, and we get a few internships from them too, where people come and they actually get credit for working here. So. It's we also do community service. I work now with Berea, Strongsville, Cleveland, and Parma. Any more cities that if you guys are in touch with or in tune with close by, you want to send the community service people here, you're more than welcome. I'm not worried about it. They're here helping me work when we're here, so it ain't like I'm leaving a bunch of people I don't know unattended out there. They work with me. Let's do this. Let's do that. Okay, let's grab this over here, grab that there, and then we move this stuff over here. We organize this here. I mean, we work, and they're right. I'm right there with them, so I'm not worried about anything. Any community service you can do here, and it's easy work. You don't have a dress code, and the next thing, the problem is you don't have to show up at 8:00 and work until 4. If you can't make it until 1 and you can only work till 2, that's fine. Put your 2 hours in whenever you can, and it's your hours. You got to get off your books. I don't mind. See, when I had to do community service, I went to Goodwill, and because I was 2 minutes late, they wouldn't let me start for the day. So they sent me home. I showed back up the next day, and then they're like, "Well, you don't have blue slacks and a white polo shirt." I'm like, "You didn't tell me I needed that." So I had to go buy these clothes because I didn't have polo shirts. And then I had to work from 8 until 4. And that's it. It was like horrible. You made your community service even worse than your community service is.
You're telling me Goodwill wouldn't let you work in t-shirts and flip-flops?
No. Well, back then I was wearing jeans and a t-shirt, conscious shirts. I was skinny then. I always wore a conscious shirt and jeans. But no, I'm not here to make your community service extra or hard. There's no dress code. There's no hours. If you want to show up and work 3 hours, show up and work 3 hours. You're helping me out. I don't care. If you can do 5 hours, 8 hours, 1 hour, I don't care. It's your hours. You got to get it done. You got 50 hours. I know I'm getting 50 hours from you. That's it, you know.
Raheem, we are planning on doing a auto top off with the RODI on the salt water. And we got Gravy Davy says, so I do a little bit of petty crime and I get to go to the OFR?
Right.
Hell yeah.
Don't do petty crimes to come here. You can come here just by volunteering. That's funny. That's funny.
Mike Knight says, how's the natural stream holding up in your backyard? Last vid, I see that was you reinforcing the sides as it was kind of collapsing.
Oh, it's been holding up great. We stuffed rocks behind it so it ain't, sagging the dirt in and all that. It's not leaking out no more. And the plants that were there all winter are now about a foot tall. All the irises back there, and what else is back there?
Irises.
The whole back wall is irises, and then there's not flower, arrowheads. There's arrowheads back there. They're all growing. They're growing good. So as soon as we can get the nighttime temperatures not to drop below 60, I'll take out a bunch of houseplants from inside and put it in that river, and then it'll be back up to its full, filterization, because then we'll have a bog filter again after the wetland filter from Aquascape.
Filterization?
Filterization is now a word.
Big Rich, you used to wear long pants?
All the time. I was skinny. Once you get fat, you start wearing shorts and t-shirts, period. Look at any fat person. I guarantee you they're wearing shorts and t-shirts. 9 times out of 10. Because, for one, pants suck. Trying to put them on, bend over, blah, blah, blah. It's horrible. And then they're not comfortable, and it's just, I need to lose weight, and I am starting to lose weight. I actually started my diet, and I've short of being on the cocaine diet, I'm trying everything I can to get skinny right now.
All right, Brittany Zibla says, Josh, did you guys narrow down a name? I know last stream you eliminated one. Will there be a name reveal?
Yes, what's the name?
Or are you and Brittany waiting till after the baby
is
born
it what was it? Something Marie? Isabella Ray or something? What were the 2 names?
So Isabella was possible.
But the middle name, Isabella Ray, right? Ariel Marie. And Marie. Isabella Marie.
Or no. Isabella Rose. She wanted
Isabella Rose. That's what it was.
Bella Rose as her name, as like the double barrel name. But no, we still have not decided a name. We keep going back and forth on it.
Isabella, she's going to be called Bella all her life. Mm-hmm. Now, some people see that as a Disney princess. I see that as, remember when girls used to hang out here, and I don't like. That's why I don't like it, because it's Bella. Bella Marie was her name. I didn't, reminds me of
that was a fake name.
A stripper, So, but I do like the Ariel, because that's a Disney princess.
So
and Marie, because that's Tracy's middle name. I love that. I mean, I want to hug you both for thinking of that,
The one name that we had a list of names that we thought we'd want to call our daughter, and the only one that matched was Isabella. And then Ariel came afterwards. She wanted Ariel for the longest time, and I hate it.
Why? Oh.
Yeah.
I know why. Okay, someone out of the past. I got it. He looked at me like...
It's not that I hated the name. It's a cute name. It's not that she was a bad person. It's just what they did.
Right.
So, yeah. We still have not picked a name. We will let you know. I'll just come out and I'll let you know.
Ariel Marie.
Because there's people coming at us, hounding us. We
or
need a
Bella
name
Marie.
because
I'll go with that too. I'll give you 2 options: Ariel Marie or Bella Marie. I love that you guys wanted Tracy's middle name in there instead of Tracy. That's great, And I've got, she can live on, I love that. Mm-hmm. So whether it's Ariel or Bella, I don't care. I love Ariel better, but either one of those names, as long as it's Marie. I like that. What?
these names. Someone said, call her Areola.
Oh my God. Really, people? Really? Isabella Marie. Okay.
Oh, oops.
Brandon Hughes says, so Josh or Rich, did you ever get a pup from any of your rays? You know what? I just talked to Rod yesterday about this, and we have not gotten any pups from any of those rays. But we're only out there during the daytime. We're not out there at nighttime. You know, this and that, and you can't see at night. So as far as I'm concerned, it could be Brutus or the Red Tails just going by sucking up 4-inch baby pups. You know, I can't say that they've never had babies. They could be eating them before we turn on the lights in the morning and see. But all day long we check and we never see. But someone else told me that all their rays had pups at nighttime. So
she also likes the name Aurora.
That's a pretty name. But you know, how do you shorten Aurora? Roar, get in here. It's going to be Rora.
No, I think of, you know, the grade school kids, you know, out in recess. How can they make fun of this name? And I thought,
and look at there, Izzy Marie. She's going to be called Izzy if it's
Aurora. Could be Ahora, and no, she's like, now whenever I think of Ariel, I think of Areola.
Oh. No, guys, you guys. Okay, let me say this one thing. If you guys look at our rescue, we do a lot of good, and I will defend that to my grave. We do a lot of good. We do a lot of help. We help out many people, and you know we do good all around the United States. But if you look and go on Joey's channel, he does a lot of good by doing the DIY thing. But look at his personal tanks. They're all beautiful.
Don't go to member content. It's nothing but guys in Speedos.
Stop it. Don't listen to him.
Pulls.
Stop it. He's kidding. Listen, you go to Joey's content, and all of his tanks are just beautiful. They're recreations of where the fish came from. And I would love to do that. But again, I see that as a non-necessary expenditure. Okay? We take care of the fish. We handle the fish. We find them homes, that kind of stuff. So we give them places to live. But his tanks are beautiful. So if Joey can come here and you know, take some of the stuff I have laying around and you know, scape a few tanks, I would love that. I would love that. Jay Rich says, Ariel is a pretty name too, not common.
Arya? What it says, Arya.
All right, okay.
Reminds me of the girl from Game of Thrones. Oh, there goes the next comment. There it is.
What?
It says Arya might be popular from the Game of Thrones, though.
Oh, there you go. Hey, Joey, why don't you just forget the Camaro drive, because that's like a 20-hour drive. Get on a plane. I'll pay your plane ticket here and home. We'll send your ass back to Nova Scotia. And come stay for the weekend. We'll have a blast.
Joey says, sorta. I just set up tanks with the fish in mind. Social media has led us to think the scape comes first. When that
exactly, and it's not.
Brittany Zeblis, $20, says, I don't usually comment on personal things, but Big Rich, you said Bella sounds like a stripper name. But your favorite names come from the last stream were Candy and Heather. Gotcha, Big Rich.
She is right. I do like Candy, you know. Would you not like to be married to somebody where their name makes you just want to eat them up? You know what I'm saying? I do like that. But we're talking about, how is Candy going to be in school? I never even thought of that as being a possibility for his daughter. Of course not. I just like them names. I like Candy, you know? Like watch 2.5 Men. When Candy comes on there, oh my God. Oh my God, Candy is so hot. Um, I don't know, but we're looking for things that they're going to make problems with in kindergarten.
Ira Nelson says, my wife's name is Candy.
I love it. I love your wife's name. Oh, that's funny.
Oh, John Kilpatrick says, I don't know if Joey helping Rich scape tanks will be rated PG-13.
Yes, it will. I can edit. Okay. I can edit. We got this. We might be a little drunk. We might have a lot too much fun, but we can edit all the stuff out and put PG version up.
Jane Shell says, and Emma Marie, I love it, but Brittany does
Emma.
not like Emma.
Really?
So it's off the table.
Withhold sex until you get your way.
I personally thought Emma was like cute, and there's not too many girls out there named Emma. There's a lot of Emily stuff like that, but I don't know. We'll keep thinking. We'll eventually come to an agreement.
Joey, the King of DIY says, it will be a drunken, sloppy weekend filled with regrets and self-reflection, left with hope that we filmed enough to make it worthwhile. That's just facts. How does anybody on the planet not like this guy? I mean, he's so funny.
The internet loves to stereotype people.
No, they love to hate people.
Yeah.
I have a whole group based on people not liking me. I don't get it. I do so much. You name one person on the planet that does more for people. You know what?
I said FYI, I joined that group.
You joined that group. I mean, I do so much to help so many, and I give away so much. You know, I could be sitting back here making a fortune on everything donated to us, selling it. You know, if people pay cash, keep it in my pocket. I'm not that way, guys. I just want to help and make things better, and you know, I'm doing everything I can to pay for it, and it's crazy. Emma from the 1960s British show. That's awesome. Now I'm thinking of Emma from Friends. Remember, Ross's second wife was named Emma from London.
Yeah, I don't remember Friends all like that.
Oh my God.
I know I watched it a lot with you, but I was too young to remember all the drama.
Wow.
Fishroom Dave says, if there's any one YouTuber that can help the OFR grow more, it would be to follow any advice Joey has to help. Of course.
Of course. I believe in that 100%. This man has been through it. He knows his thing. He's funny, too. Moby Dick what's that say? Moby Dick of Dopeness says, hey, that kid who caught the koi was awesome. By the way, cool of you to give him a tank for the help. See, that's what I'm saying, trying to help. You know, he came out here. He drove 5 or 6 hours to be here, and then he spent all day here, and he worked his butt off. That kid deserved anything that I could do to help him grow his hobby, you know? And I even tried getting him to stop ragging on Dad for a 6-foot bed, you know? Dad's got a real truck, or he's not taking your fish tank home, right? Sandy Hill says, oh, hey, the King of DIY is here. His videos led me here. See, that's more good that he's doing. You got led to us.
Glad to have you.
Very glad to have you.
And Jane Shell said, M-E, not Emma. Kind of cute. All right, so we got 15 minutes left in this live stream. So,
ooh, and OBG Foster says, Emma Peel. Do you know who that is?
No.
That was oh my God, not Get Smart. It was Emma Peel. I forget the name of the show, but I loved her. She kicked really high. Loved her. Not Get Smart. It was geez, I can't remember that. Please tell me, OBG Foster, what show that was. I remember it. Her and this other guy we're the main guys, you know. And the other guy was the name of the show.
Oh,
Oh, we got Stephen Bundleluck here. Hi, Steve.
it was Get Smart.
It was Get Smart? No, it wasn't.
What Jane Shell said. The Examiner? No.
Get Smart was a dun 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 dun. Was it Emma Peel? No. I can't remember. Thank you for doing that.
What are the best plants to keep nitrates down? That is
Pothos.
Yeah. And
'Cause it grows so
surprisingly
easily.
or not, peace lilies. They're
Peace lilies are awesome, too.
hairy roots, and they take a little light to grow, and they're awesome.
Yes. Peace lilies we have everywhere. Pothos, elephant ears. But out of all of them, the thing that's most problem free is the pothos. 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 They okay, you can water them and have their roots go into water, and then they'll grow and they'll put out branches, and their branches will root into the water and spread. The more branches you got, the longer they are. I have branches 25, 30 foot long now, and they are eating up nitrates from their roots. So they are awesome plants. It's hard to kill, you know. Everybody
just don't salt your water.
don't salt your water. It will kill your plants.
Flood City Fish Keeper says, spent my day fiberglassing a 400-gallon plywood build. Used the King of DIY's 370 from years ago as a guide. It's awesome. That just goes to show that, you know, not knowledge like that doesn't really fade that easily. Still, years later, we're still using the same techniques and tactics to build these large tanks.
Right.
Our next tank that we build, we're going to model it the same way we did 3000.
3000. It's going to be a
bigger,
huge wood build.
better.
Right. Yep.
Which, you know, that kind of gets under my skin a little bit. You know, seeing Rod in his videos talking about this 60-foot long, 10, 12-foot wide.
If he
6-foot
pulls
tall
this off,
tank.
we can't compete. We don't have the room for that.
Yeah.
And we were going to take over and build bigger than his. And then he moves, and now he's so far in debt.
Unless someone comes in, makes a huge donation, or we get a government grant.
Government grant,
we
we
can
will
get a
open up a public aquarium.
Yeah.
There is none in Strongsville.
Yeah.
And we can open up a public aquarium and have the hugest tanks
Even
ever.
the one in Cleveland sucks.
It's not as good as coming out. Everybody comes here and says they spent $30 going to the Cleveland Aquarium, and it was terrible coming as opposed to here where it's free and they see so much more, except for they have a tunnel tank. We don't have one of those.
We can make one.
We can make one,
We'll
especially if we get a public aquarium. You can bet we'll make one.
Harry Banana says, Josh, since you're becoming a dad, I have a dad joke for you. Uh-oh. Did you hear about the vegetarian that died? There was a big turnip at his funeral.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Now that Josh is having a baby, has he considered a stud fee? Asking for a friend.
What?
DIY Joey has that. Or the king of DIY. You're having a baby, so you can charge a stud fee now. He's asking for a friend.
That is precious resources there, all right?
Okay, John Kilpatrick says, what do you feel removes more nitrates? K1 or bio balls? The drip towers.
So here's the thing. Bio balls are great. He's gonna, produce for bio balls. All bio media is great. But the thing is, between bio balls and K1, but K3, they have more surface area per the design.
Bio balls can do up to like 1 mile of surface area because there's thousands of little things. K1 is a circle with stings in the center. There's no way it can hold as much. You know, even the K3 is bigger, can't hold as much.
I'll make a bet on you, but it's either K1 or K3. I think
K3 is the bigger.
I know it's a bit bigger, but it's either K1 or K3 is equivalent to 10 bio balls.
No, wrong.
So the surface area is
Dollar.
supposed to be
Wrong.
stronger?
Neither one of them. Neither one of them. Wrong. Bioballs have more surface area than either of the K1 or K3. The K1 and K3 come into happen because you can do the
boiling,
the boil barrel,
yeah,
where you have air coming up and it
beds.
moves it. Where bioballs won't do that because they'll hook together.
Yeah.
Yes. There is much more on a bioball than there is in K3. So if you use gravity fed, I just take a big container, like a 55-gallon drum, fill it up full of bioballs, and I put a mat on top, like a sponge, and then have the water run through. Now it's mechanical filtration on top, and then it spreads out to a spreader thing, and it goes through all these bioballs and then falls back to your thing. That will do better than a 55-gallon drum full of K3. Guaranteed.
Hang on. Bioball
Guaranteed.
versus K3. Biomedia. Well, that's a question for Google. Okay. We'll go surface area. Surface area. There we go. It's K1 versus K3. Hang on, I'll do it this way. How much? Because this is a juicy topic right now. How much surface area is on a bio ball?
1 mile. Well, depending on what size of bioball.
But bio ball, there is surface area is 22.7 inches.
Is that the 3/4 inch, the 1/2 inch, or the 1 inch?
Standard bio ball. It's the big one. Okay. 22.7 inches, not a mile. But moving on, okay. How much surface area? Surface area is in K1. Proving harder to find than I thought.
Right. In the meantime, name YMC name face says KY and balls, really? Now the king of DIY says, how old is Josh? I have a feeling Josh will only get 20% of my jokes. I'm not cool anymore. In other words, he's old.
I'm 27, all right?
Oh my God.
Why can't I find the surface area on K1? Here we go. Let's try this one. Oh, Jesus. Surface area. Surface area in spheres. Oh, nope, that's foam. 25% volume.
Eric Aquarium Hole says, I'd say a lava rock is the best. I'm sorry, Eric. I love you like a brother, but you are so wrong. Lava rock, I have big lava rock. Okay, I took out 2,000 pounds of lava rock out of my stuff, and I replaced it with one 55-gallon drum of bioballs, and it did a better job. 2,000 pounds of lava rock. Let me tell you, the surface area of this big rock, this big, has holes. Now, in that bubble that's there, the only place that bacteria can live is where the water inside touches the air. So there's a ring of bacteria, okay, all the way around. There's nothing inside of this lava rock. And I've got 3-foot boulders. Nothing inside. It's only on the edge. Trust me. Now, that stuff stayed in my tank, and not only did it collect dirt down bottom, and it scratched my fish, it was horrible. It wasn't near as well as a biomaterial as I put in one 55-gallon drum of bioballs. Boom. Everything instantly cleared up. There was no more haziness, no more fog, no more, it was just clear.
Okay. I got an answer. So
wait, let me finish this. So we took out all lava rock. I had over 2,000 pounds of lava rock. You saw videos. We took it all out and we got rid of it. And all we use now is this one little container of bioballs for our whole system. Because bioballs are not better, Eric. Good.
So we said that the bio ball was 22.7 inches.
Mhm.
One piece of K1 is 69.
Wrong.
What it says.
It's a ring all the way around the outside, and there's a hole in the center. There's no way you can't see through a bio ball because there's so much surface area. There is no way. Now, I'm going to get my phone and look it up because you're wrong. You're looking up to find your answers. You're not looking up to find the truth. That's wrong.
Find any truth I can.
Bio balls versus
K media
K3. Boom.
Doesn't come out. Because you have to think about the microscopic pores.
I don't care about all that. I'm telling you, on a bio ball that's inch and a quarter wide, you can't see through it because there's so many different little fingers sticking up and in there, right? Look at my hand. These are all bio balls.
Mm-hmm.
K3 is a ring with a circle in the middle with 4 little things holding it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. There's no way, no how that it can hold as much.
You got to think, back when bio balls were created, they had machines that could only extrude the plastic to certain sizes. Now you've got machines that can extrude plastic that have microscopic pores all over it. You probably look at a piece of K3 under the microscope and you see all these different surface areas it can bond to. It's counting all of those as well. Not just what's seen to the eye, because, bacteria is microscopic,
If you have a thing and it's this big around and there's a little thing in the center, it's not going to hold as much as this thing that's covered with bio, media sticking everywhere that water can pass through. See, lava rock, it can't pass through. The center is blocked off and it's only the outside edge. I'm telling you, these bio balls are way better than K3. K3 only works because it does not lock up because there's no fingers sticking out. And you can use it in a boil barrel. I'm telling you, you are wrong. I'm telling you. Joey, show up here and let's beat up my son.
K3 is like 10 times of K1.
K3 is bigger. K1 is small.
Mm-hmm.
K3 is the bigger. We've got 55-gallon drums of it out there. It's bigger, and it's a big, wide, round ring, like, let's say, a gerbil wheel. And then it's got 4 things that connect the center to the outside, and then it's just got a little bio ball inside there. That's it. There's no way it holds more than a bio ball. No way.
All right, well, we won't fight the fact.
Tanya Miller says, I agree with Bigrich.
Well, I think you're wrong, Tanya.
No, Matthew Perman says, good idea for a member video. Bigrich and King DIY, beating up Josh.
John Kilpatrick says, yes, the pores and the ridges. King of DIY says, too much happening. I'm over sensitized.
We're arguing over here. Don't be oversensitized, you little tulip. Let me get my glasses back on. Where are they at?
I'm still trying to find more. Mark Lane says, pleased to see the front pond coming to life again. My pond too. At what temp can I add new koi? My pond is at 11 degrees Celsius at the moment. Hashtag greetings from Germany. LFC have 16 OC.
Nice, thank you. I don't know what that means, but thank you.
So usually for koi, it's about 50 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm not sure what that.
When it gets below 50, you stop feeding. When it gets above 50, you start feeding again.
Yep.
That's basically it. Every year, that's what we go by. Actually, I think it was 55, wasn't it?
That's
Greg Woodstock told us 55. 55 is what it was.
Give or take, but
it's real close.
That's when I would add fish. Alrighty, so I'm gonna do some more research on this biomedia off camera.
No, you cannot ever prove him wrong because he will find articles written by Mohammed Sabibi in
go-
some foreign country, and he'll come back and he'll be like, "Here's 3 articles written, says you're wrong, Dad."
There is no right or wrong. You go to the manufacturer, you get the spec sheet, and there's the facts. So with that being
Sean says, "Where's Hoover?" Hoover's up in Cleveland because he goes up there and he makes money. He works, and then he don't make no money here helping out the rescue, but he has a home here. He knows he can come here anytime, so he goes up there and works until the jobs are done, and then he comes back here and stays a couple of weeks. Then he goes back to Cleveland and works and stuff. So that's where Hoover's at.
And with that being said, we will catch you guys next week on another Stay Fishy Friday.
Joey, give me a call. I'll give you Josh's number.
What you didn't know is he's already in my inbox begging me for my number. Just kidding. All right, guys, we'll catch you next week.
See you guys. Love hanging out with you guys, man. Thank you so much. I love every Friday night.
And as always,
stay fishy, my friends.